and there's a monthly magazine that reports on those findings and other things, other scientific matters in a narrative sense, like a magazine. The magazine side recognized the connection between this incredible article naming a brand new, fresh, incredibly destructive crater, in Earth's history. And the science news writer, particularly the author named Paul Lucen, the article writer, said that this very clearly could be related to the Younger Dryas impact hypothesis. So he wrote 2 articles in November 20, announcing the discovery of the crater, and another connecting it to the Younger Dryas impact hypothesis. Well, this is as good a day as you could possibly have as a fan of this theory. You're like, holy shit, we found the crater. Oh, they stripped out all the references to our theory, but holy cow, the science writer actually picked up and wrote a separate story, a feature story, saying that clearly this is related to the Younger Dryas impact hypothesis. So this is exciting. Our own papers have been picked up in some of the Nature reporting and made it once into Science, but it generally been returned to sender if you send something to Science on the Younger Dryas impact hypothesis. Much friendlier ground over at the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences is where they generally published, okay? Science, who had not allowed the papers to be published, then had a feature article saying that we were related to this unbelievable new discovery, and then they named the discovery the number 2 science breakthrough of 2018. And you would have had to have been a science geek to catch that, but normally that would come out, it would be named within 60 days, it was named the number 2 breakthrough scientific discovery of the year. See where it says there in red? This is from the Science article. It would also vindicate proponents of the controversial Younger Dryas impact. A decade ago, they proposed the extraterrestrial impacts could account for hints of mayhem in the archaeological and geological record, but they could never point to a crater. And then boom, it's in Science, and he's pointing straight out. What do you think happened? Crickets! Nothing! Number 2 discovery of the year. No follow-up, no New York Times article, no Washington Post, Joel Achenbach, no science communicators, no Michio Kaku, no Neil Tyson, no science guy, none of that. No Michael Shermer, there you go, Randall. All of them. One way or another, the editorial team of Science magazine, we heard there was some heated disputes. They gave it the number 2 discovery. They directly retied it to our hypothesis. They clearly, the reviewers, did not allow it to be mentioned in that incredible revelatory paper. And then nothing. And then one of y'all pointed out at the break a moment ago. Then it did pop back in the press about 3 months later. They found another one, 150 miles in. And we've been saying all along there were probably multiple impacts. They found another one. So they had to report that, and it got minor press, and then poof. Yep. Poof. Nothing. No follow-up, no nothing. This would have had, at a minimum, so what they did was put an outer bound. It was obviously a pained outer bound, which was clearly younger. You can see it. You can literally see it in the eyes.
Likely to keep his word.
They had to make the most conservative assumption that everyone would accept, obviously reviewers and all, to get it in the thing, that this occurred within the last 3 million years. Okay?
Listen,
that in itself, in the Quaternary, if it happened if we're completely wrong and it had nothing to do with the Younger Dryas impact, right? And it happened 2,900,000 years ago, it should still be in the news.
I'll find his body, see what I can do.
There were people walking the earth at that time. And there are Homo sapiens, or actually it had been a little bit pre-Homo sapien, if it was at the outer limits of what they accepted. But within the human experience, there would have been an event that created a 22-mile wide, 2 of them, the other one smaller, molten bowl of rock in the northern hemisphere. That's an incredible story, but it has gone nowhere. And it's, in my opinion, because of the bias against opening up this can of worms for modern earth science that something could have occurred 13,000 years ago that caused this. There had been any follow-up. There's been no, hey, guys, what's the next steps? Is anybody doing any coring? We've gotten some bits and scraps that some things are going on, and I know personally of other efforts that are being made to check based on this discovery, whether it can be proven through other means and dated to 13,000 years ago by people other than these researchers. Because for God's sakes, by now it would not surprise me if the Dutch team and the folks at NASA were getting some pushback that says this ties you up with that Young and Dryas thing, we're not going to find it. So it just goes to show the kind of the odd and, I don't know, suggestive nature of the debate. Even if you find the crater on, when they found the crater at Chicxulub, it was worldwide news. It stayed in science forevermore because it didn't have any implications for us. This one has huge implications. If they come out with another paper that says we have it reliably dated to, the last, within the last 30,000 years or whatever, or 20,000, I doubt they're going to get it. They actually, theoretically, not even theoretically, they could forensically get it. But I would doubt that would be the first report, the next refinement of the time. But if they did report it, it would flip science on its complete back. So it's always difficult to get that knowledge out, but I wish them well. I've asked them on Twitter, have not heard back. It's again a deafening silence on what efforts are being made to date that crater.
They'll gradually come around.
I think there's.
Sorry, too close, like I said at the beginning, to the A word, part 2, asteroid.
Yep.
Impact and possibly things that would affect culture or development as a civilization. So, is there something deep within our memories, as Randall has discussed in several of the videos going back 10 years that I've been putting out? Is there some kind of genetic memory of this kind of destruction that people don't even want to face up to? They don't want to hear anything about an asteroid or a crater.
Yeah, are we a species with amnesia?
That's the same argument right there. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's also a component of we do not want to supersede the discussion of anthropogenically driven climate change and the potential other factors that could divert the conversation from that, because I think there's definitely an attempt to keep the discussion focused on that to the exclusion of perhaps natural factors that could actually make the slight increase in carbon dioxide pale into insignificance.
And I think it's kind of a benign conspiracy with dramatic negative serious effects. I don't believe that people are getting on conference calls and saying, hey, we got to cover this thing up.
No, exactly. No,
it's a natural thing. I hear that theory's a little kooky. Let's not design the test, to see if we can disprove the Younger Dryas impact hypothesis. That's too much. That it influences the grant making and whatnot. That it's just too uncomfortable. That they don't want to bring it up. And it's not, which I guess is a conspiracy in itself, but there's just something going on, and I don't think I point it out as a grand or coordinated conspiracy, but more of like we said before, almost an amnesiac response to understanding that we might have had events happen that have been well described by a lot of myth we've dismissed.
Take them all.
Merciful ladies. But where's all that faith coming from?
Oh! Peachy. Jeffries. Bost. McCarthy. Bowman. Jeffries. Boyle of Pennsylvania. Jeffries. Rakeen. Banks.
Hi, Goat Hooker.
White wolf.
Brown.
Wise wolf. What is it the wolf needs?
Jeffries.
Found
Brownlee.
your father's body. Had to burn it.
Good you did.
Jeffries.
Return for me ye would have.
Cloud.
Ghost's not likely to come back.
Thank you, Witcher.
Jordan.
A reward for you. And if herbs or remedies you ever need, for near nothing will I have them from me. White wolf. Wise
Clyburn.
wolf. What is it the wolf needs?
Jeffries. Clyde.
What do you got?
Biggs. Luna. Jordan. Luttrell. Miller of Illinois. Jordan. Miller of Ohio. McCarthy. Miller of West Virginia. McCarthy. Miller Meeks. McCarthy. Ogles. Jordan. Omar. Jeffries. Adolph. Jordan.
Folk from the village come here often?
Oh,
Sessions.
when help they need, the Pella they seek.
McCarthy.
With the dead
Sewell.
haunting, peace must be made. But they must then wait for Fore Fathers' Eve, or when an evil spirit runs wild and homestead.
Jeffries.
Drive the spirit off the Pella.
Sherman.
And if I needed, say, a love
Jeffries.
potion,
Then to the witch you would be sent.
Cheryl.
Not a matter for the Pella.
Jeffries.
so long.
Simpson. McCarthy. Slotkin. Jeff.